today is day 17 of my 25-day juice fast. Yay! 17. And today I'm going to be drinking. I did not get this morning as I was leaving out for church. So I'm going to drink this in just a few minutes. It's a little bit too cold. But that's my cranberry and orange juice, the one I was telling you about yesterday in the video. And I just want to give you a scripture today. Casting down the thoughts. And so that's what we're going to discuss today for just a few minutes, because I know that everybody can relate to thoughts that begin to bombard you, even thoughts of food. I'm just going to use that in particular because that's what a lot of people are dealing with right now. So the scripture is 2 Corinthians 10 and 15. And it says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Okay, and I broke down a couple words, well, 3 words, because that's how we can understand it better. Casting, when I looked at the word casting, it says to throw or to fling or to hurl or to throw with force. Okay? Imagination is the faculty or action of forming new ideas or images or concepts of external objects not present to the senses. In other words, it means not real, or it means fantasy. Okay? And then the last word is high. And high means proud or arrogant. And so when I was meditating on this scripture, I was thinking about how you can let even one small little thought go past your mind. And if you don't take it authority over it and you don't take it captive, it will turn into something else. Just say I'm going to give you an example. Today I was in the store and we was browsing around and everything, and I got the things that I needed. We were on our way out of the store, but all of a sudden I found myself standing in front of the Cheetos or cheese puffs, one of the two, Cheetos. And I had to shake myself because I was wondering, hey, what are you standing in front of the Cheetos for? So evidently, I thought about something earlier or something, and subconsciously found myself almost picking up the Cheetos. It was probably out of habit, some of it, but some of it is I saw a couple of raw food dishes yesterday from a fellow YouTuber that I support. And she was making some really awesome raw dishes. And I've kind of stayed away from those because I don't want to think about food at all. And so what I've done is every time I think about any kind of food, any food, besides these fruits and these vegetables that are in that refrigerator, then I have to take authority over those thoughts. And I have to cast them down. I have to pull them down and get rid of them, because if not, I will find myself eating. So I don't mess around when it comes to that. So what I'm saying to you today is don't let even one unreal image about food or whatever it is that maybe you want to stop drinking or you want to stop smoking or something. Every time you think about that cigarette or every time you think about that alcohol, you have to cast down the imaginations, pull it down, because it does not belong there, especially if you have said with your own mouth that I don't want to do this thing again. If you've said that, that means that the thought that tries to come into your mind should not be there. And so if it should not be there, that means you need to take authority over it and cast it down, or to pull it down, or to hurl it, or to get rid of it, however you can get rid of it. Okay? Because once you let one thought get by, several thoughts are going to come into your mind. Then you'll have an infestation of thoughts, and whether they're good thoughts or whether they're bad thoughts. If you want to stay on a certain path, then you will have to cast down the imaginations. Cast down the thing that shouldn't be there. It's like this. The Lord gave me an example so that everybody can understand this. It's like this. Okay, I'm in my house and I leave my door open. I just left it open just because maybe I want to let some air get in, whatever. And somebody walks up to the porch and walks right past you. And you're thinking, hey, what are they doing here? But you didn't stop them. And you didn't ask them, hey, where are you going? What are you doing? You just let them walk past in your house. You let them walk past you. Now, when you practice 2 Corinthians 10 and 15, and somebody comes to your door and attempts to come by you, then you will either put your arm up, either you're going to throw them off the porch, or you're going to put your arm up and you're going to say, hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? You're going to arrest them some kind of way. You are going to stop them from coming into your house because they don't belong, right? It's the same thing with any kind of sin or anything that you don't think will please the Lord. It's the same exact thing. So that's an easy analogy of the things that will happen if you let one thought get past you that you don't arrest. Something else the Lord showed me is if someone attempts to walk past you in your house, remember the scripture. Let me just go back up to the scripture. When the scripture says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. And where it says here, casting down the thoughts and imaginations and every high thing. And the Lord showed me something about that high thing. And if somebody attempts to walk past you, past the authority of the house, past the authority of the house now, if somebody attempts to walk past you, that is proud and arrogant spirit. So if somebody attempts to do that, that is a high thing. That means they have no regard. And so if you have a thought that enters your mind, and just say it's a thought out of the blue, like slapping somebody. I'm just using it as an example. Slapping somebody. And that thought, you don't have thoughts of violence, right? But all of a sudden there's just a thought of violence that comes by. For the enemy to think that nothing is going to happen when he just puts a thought like that in your mind, that is proud, and that's arrogant. So that's another thing that the Lord showed me about that. That, they don't have a right to do that. And if you don't let them and you keep your guard up, then you'll be free. You will be able to finish your diet, finish your fast, finish doing whatever it is you need to do. And also, if you don't want sin in your life, you will be able to pull those things down because they don't belong there. And so you have to get that it does not belong there. It is trespassing. Okay? So that's all I want to share with you today.